Balenciagas on my feet, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Since 96, I'm in this game, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Balenciagas on my feet, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Since 96, I'm in. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on Sunday Night Live. It is a little later than usual, but so be it. I don't know if I'm going to do a reaction tonight or not. But we definitely got a subject for the evening. We definitely have a subject for the evening. Let me go ahead and get everything set up correctly. I ain't even turned my lights on. First thing I want you to go ahead and do is make sure you like the video. I need both of them to come on. One's not. Hold on. Let me do the intro again. Balenciagas on my feet, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Since 96, I'm in this game, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Balenciagas on my feet, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Since 96, I'm in. All right. Back to the showcase. All right, we're right where we need to be at. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of No Cap React Sunday Night Live. I'm your man Bailey, aka Mr. Go Get 'em. And yeah, we are back in the building. We are back right where we need to be. Again, if you're watching, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe to the video. What's up, Samurai? Welcome to the podcast. All right, so tonight, Sunday Night Live, is going to be a little different. Well, actually, it's not. I have something to talk about tonight. So, ladies love to hold men to the standard of cheating. Your version of cheating is the same version of a man cheating. And 9 times out of 10, you want to hold that man to the exact same standard. So with that being said, tonight we just go ask a couple questions because, well, we're going to find out if the standard actually stands up to what it's supposed to. 9 times out of 10, it really doesn't, right? And I know a lot of women, y'all don't really want to hear about these things. And you hate it when certain people can truly come out and, I guess you would say, hold you accountable to said standard. Excuse me, but it's one of those things where we honestly need to really have the conversation because the conversation isn't had enough. People don't talk about it. And because they don't talk about it, well, it doesn't get out. And the message is a good message because what it actually does in turn is it opens the dialogue for us to actually have conversations that we should be having. When you're in a relationship, one of the biggest things you should be able to do is communicate. If you can't communicate with the person you're with, nine times out of 10, it is going to be a major problem. It's going to be a huge problem when the person you're with, you can't talk to. The person you're with, you can't tell the truth. The person you with, you can't be the best version of yourself. Okay? If you can't be that, you then have to ask yourself, what are you doing with this person? What are you doing with this person? A lot of you are having those issues in life. A lot of you ladies have, unfortunately, you have been cheated on. But you've been cheated on in a manner that when it happened, you didn't know about it. And that's what hurts you the most. Okay? And some of us understand that. Do me a favor. I see I got people in here. Go ahead and make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe. As you guys will see on the actual folder on this video, first and foremost, you can find me on all social medias. If you actually look up right here, social medias are scrolling pretty much the entire time. You can catch it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even on TikTok. You can also find us on Cashapp. Donate to the channel to help continue to keep this beautiful situation exactly as it is. Tonight, the subject is going to be cheating in relationships. And what is cheating? Should I open up the phone lines? Would you guys actually like to have conversation? Hit the chat. If you want to call in and talk about cheating or any aspect of cheating, whether you've been cheated on or if you've been the cheater, in the chat on this actual YouTube channel, just put in the number 1. That's all you gotta do. Put in the number 1. In the meantime, while we're going ahead and doing that, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Like and subscribe to or follow on Instagram. We're also here every Friday night. I'm pretty sure if you don't know, we got a show called Freaky Friday. It's 100% a call-in show. If you would like to have a call-in this evening, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat, and I will put the phone number up and allow phone calls to actually come in. Whether you have been the person that has cheated or the person that was cheated on. Now, cheating. A lot of the times, the reason that cheating is looked at the way it is looked is because you did not know that the person who cheated on you actually cheated on you. Many times, in many cases, it is unknown to you. When it is unknown to you, well, it hurts more. Okay? And that's usually what gets women all riled up is the fact that you haven't had a conversation with her for her to truly understand what you're going through and how you're going through that situation. I think next Sunday I'll put some guests on the couch. I'm sure y'all see you guys see the mics. If you want to be a guest, you can also hit me up on the Instagram. Samurai says you like SNL, like Saturday Night Live. Is that what you're asking? I can't even tell you the last time I watched a Saturday Night Live skit or show. I actually don't watch TV. Yeah, I don't watch TV, Samurai. So what happens is when a woman is cheated on and it's unbeknownst to her, that's where the hurt sets in. That's where things play a totally different role. Okay? Ladies, let's start here. for you in a relationship, the things that come easiest to you and what comes easy to you from a man is 100%. We are going to agree it's going to be sex. If you want to get sex from a man, that is hands down the easiest thing that you're going to be able to get from any man at any point of time, morning, noon, night. You can text someone, call someone, do whatever you want to, and say that you want to have relations, sex, whatever you want to call it, and they're going to come to your beck and call. Okay? So the reason when you cheat, men are so butthurt is because at the end of the day, we know how hard you make men work to get said time, your body, the sex. Now there are exceptions to the rules, but we also know that when you do give yourself to someone, it then at that point becomes an emotional situation. You become emotionally attached to said man. When you become emotionally attached to said man, what then happens is you start to give more of yourself and give more to the relationship than what you initially may have wanted to do. And that becomes the game changer. When the game changer happens, that's where you start to show, okay, I am worthy to be your woman and or your wife. Right? Now, the crazy part about it is, as women, for the most part, you guys practice being chaste. Chaste meaning when you are hit on for the first time at around about the age of 12, 13, 14 years old, when that starts to happen, you realize that pussy is power. The vagina is power. And as time goes on, you start to harness said power. And overnight, you went from a princess to a queen. And that's pretty much how you guys treat it. The more beautiful you are, the more control you have. The more control you have, the more you get to control men. The more you get to control men, the more you get. You then realize that beauty alone is power, and you use it. Therefore, lots of times, even when you know you're in the wrong, you are not held accountable to anything in life because there's always going to be the man to pick up the pieces, help you, throw himself at you, and give you everything that you are looking for because it's available. Pussy is power. And men, that is the number one thing that we go after. Now, fast forward, relationship. You're in a relationship. All right? Your man cheats on you. As your man cheats on you, you are now hurt. Right? The crazy part is, as someone said even in my podcast last night, Friday night, women go for men that are attractive. At the end of the day, when you have a man that can leave out of his house, other women are interested in him, that within itself gives you exactly what you need. You now know that the man you chose is the man that you want because not only do you want him, but other women want him, but he has chosen to be with you. All right? So now you've given him the cookie, right? And you're now becoming attached to said man, and other people have ceased to exist to you. Relationships for you are totally different now. Other men have ceased to exist to you. So you find out that he steps out on you. Now, in the process of him stepping out on you, What you didn't ask yourself is, did he stop taking care of you? Did he stop paying the bills? Did he stop raising family if you guys are there? Like, did he stop doing the things that are done in a relationship as a man, the things that he brought to the table, the things that made him attractive to you? 9 times out of 10, no. What he did is he went out and he had sex with someone because it became available. Because a man is only as faithful as his options, and sexual options are far and few between until he makes something of himself. But we're not even going to go there yet. We're just going to stick with the attraction part, right? Now you're holding this thing against him. Why? Because you know that you have practiced not being with anyone else because that is the easiest thing to you. But what we don't do is you don't put yourself in the shoes of a man where sex is not the easiest thing. The easiest thing that a man can give you and give to any woman is safety and security, and he has to earn the fact of being able to financially be able to provide. He has to earn his way in life to be able to provide. So now let's flip the script. 12, 13, 14-year-old boy. Who's dying to be with him? Well, at that point in time, he might be cute. He's just now hitting puberty. You might get a girlfriend here and there, but not too often because you're in a very awkward stage. Your voice is changing. Pimples on your face. I mean, your thing down in between your legs just started growing hair out of nowhere, and it's growing in size. Okay? Fast forward, 18 years old. Might have lost your virginity depending on how you were in high school. You could have been the awkward dude in high school, or you could have been the real deal dude in high school. Very touch and go. Very touch and go. Nothing's guaranteed at that point. All right? Now, if you're a star super football player or a linebacker, running back, basketball player, anything along those lines, you're good to go. You're going to be getting some ass. You've lost your virginity. Far and few between, unfortunately. That's 1 out of 3 men. 1 out of 3 men never even get that chance. That is an extremely high number when you actually look at it. All right. You go to college. You get to college. You are now considered the broke college student. No one's looking at you. You're attractive. You might even be in shape, but you're broke. So you might get a couple of girls here and there, but at the exact same time, you probably also won't because you have not shown or proved that you are, well, worthy. A lot of women will call you broke. They're going to call you a broke college student. They're not going to give you any play. You haven't earned anything yet. Fast forward, 30 years old. 30 years old, graduated college. You've now done something with yourself. You are attractive. You now have a job. You're making about $50,000, $60,000 a year. You've stayed in shape. You have peers that respect you. You now have coworkers that respect you. Your bosses respect you, and your friends respect you. You might go out to a bar every now and then, and they may see you, and then all of a sudden, women start to notice you. You dress differently. You look differently. You now have something to offer. It looks a little bit like this thing called stability. You're driving a somewhat nice car. You have your own place. You're starting taking things. You hit about 35 years old. We're now 35 years old. As a 35-year-old man, this is about when men hit their financial stride. Now, all of a sudden, you are that guy. You now have the position on your job. You've put in the time. You've put in the years. You've worked hard. You've worked long. You know, you've tried dating here and there, but you've been focused on your career. You've been focused on building your own business. You have literally been on the grind. Every now and then, yeah, you pick one off, you have some fun, and you leave it at that. Now you're that guy. Now you're getting the same attention that women were getting at 13, 14, and 15. You find a woman, this woman says, well, I've had my value for over 10, 15 years, 20 years now. Men have been crawling up the walls to be with me. You need to give me the world in order for me to even deal with you. You look at her and say, I have options. I actually do not have to do that. You are a 35-year-old declining asset in life. You're getting older. You can't have children. You need me more financially than I need you because you haven't made the correct choices in life to build yourself up. So you're really looking for me to take care of you. It sounds horrible. But unfortunately, that is the actual reality of the situation because I've said it. Women make about $40,000 a year, but you get to live a $200,000 lifestyle because of your beauty. You're able to jump on yachts, go to parties, be backstages, do all these different things. Guys are taking you out. You get a lot of benefits just by being beautiful. But as you start to get older, those benefits start to disappear. Now, as those benefits go from here and they start to decline, what happens is, on the other hand, you start saying, I deserve more, 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 more. You deserve more because of the things that you've gone through and the horrible relationships that you've gone through. Okay? That actually is the total opposite of that. That's like taking a Honda Civic, putting 500,000 miles on it, then taking it to the Honda dealership and saying, I paid $40,000 brand new. It's got all the bells and whistles. Yeah, it's got 500,000 miles on it, but that's what actually gave it character. That's what made it what it is. I want $40,000 trade in. Not going to happen. You're going to get $40 trade in. We live life so backwards. So this man now has options, but then he chooses to be in a relationship with you. He chooses this relationship. You guys are together. As you guys are together, you get to enjoy each other. You fall in love. All kinds of things happen. All right, he's been good for the most part. He hasn't done anything. He got rid of the hoes. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night are no longer a thing that happens. He is dealing specifically with you. He's moved you in. He's taking care of you. He now pays the bills. He does all kinds of stuff. He gets your hair done, nail done, takes you to dinner on a regular basis. You guys have date night, cuddle night, movie night. Today, this beautiful woman comes along, allows him to get it, so he takes it. Not that he absolutely has to or want to or needs to. He just does it. It just happens. It was an easy kill, basically. So he took advantage of the situation. You find out. Now think about this. You give up everything that you've worked long and hard for to have this amazing relationship with this man just because he decided to go get 10, 15, 20 minutes of pleasure. Now I want you to think about something. This man at no point in time never stopped caring for you, never stopped taking care of the bills, never did anything. He went and got a quick rebound of a quick mound of pleasure. Now, unfortunately, you look at life through your lens, and your lens says when you have sex, you become emotionally attached. You've given yourself to said person, and when you give yourself to said person, there are feelings attached to that. But that's you. That's not us. Us, it's the same as us going to the bathroom and taking a piss. That felt good. Okay, let me leave. Going home to the woman that I love, the woman that I will put my life on the line for. Because if anybody broke in this house right now and I was just fucking her, cool, I'm not finna die for you. You're just ass. But the woman that you love, I'm dying for you. I'm going to continue to pay your bills. I'm going to continue to keep a roof over your head. I'm going to put babies in you. We're going to do things. That is the difference between what happens when a man steps out and a woman steps out. Now, what I will say is Is it okay? I'm not saying that it's okay. And I know a lot of you guys are going to start screaming double standards and everything else. And is it a double standard? It is. But do you realize that the majority of the double standards that happen in life benefit women? There are so many double standards in life that benefit you, and we have none. The only double standard that we got and that we may potentially exercise is the fact that at any given time, once a man actually creates some sort of worth in life, other women may want him. So occasionally you may share your man. And the crazy part about it is you just went to a concert to go see Trey Songz, and you shared Trey Songz with another woman that you had no clue about whatsoever. But see, you put a value on Trey Songz because he's brought something valuable to this world. As you see, because he is Trey Songz. You and 20 other women had no problem giving up your vaginas to this one man in one night that he's in your city, and that was perfectly okay. And then the next day you're saying, if my man ever cheats on me, I will absolutely kill him. But you just shared. See, when a man has a certain value to a woman in her mind, in her head, she's going to share him because she understands this man is worth something. The problem is a lot of women are not dating men that are worth something to them. Because if he was worth something to you, you already know the situation. It goes back to the same thing that if you were to go to see a psychiatrist, a dating or relationship psychiatrist, because you're having a problem and they start talking about infidelity, they're going to ask you, would it hurt you more to find out your man slept with a woman one time or to find out that he had a family on the other side of town? You can only answer one or the other. You can't say both. You're not going to get the comp out. You're going to be accountable for your answer, and you have to answer the question. All women inherently are going to answer the question, the woman on the other side of town. Because you already know if he's paying her bills, if he's taking care of a family, if he's protecting her and willing to protect her, he loves her. Those are feelings. That's what's going to hurt you. Not that he slept with someone one time. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We are right here live on Sunday Night Live. Again, I'm your man Bailey, aka Mr. Go Get 'em. And we are live. A lot of times, we as human beings fail to be accountable for ourselves and our actions. We love to hold other people accountable, but we never hold ourselves accountable. And in order to hold yourself accountable, well, the first thing you've got to do is pay attention to who you are as a person. And I know that is very hard to do. We talk about a lot of things in life, but what we never talk about is, do we really look at other people's life and how their lives are and put ourselves in their shoes? A lot of times we do go through relationships talking about what we deserve and what we want, but we never actually think about the other person, the other party. See, a man will bend over backwards to give you the life you want, the life you live, everything, pay bills, buy you whatever you want, put you in the car you're in, take you out on dates, cuddle you, watch movies with you, go spend time with the family. It's kids' day. Oh my God, we've got to do this. Let's go there. This is the family vacation that I want. Work hard, do that. Put the dishes away. Can you hang this up on the wall? Put the TV over there. Can you clean out the shed? Cut the grass. Take out the dishes. Take out the trash. There was a coyote out there. You should probably go outside and kill the coyote. There's raccoons in the trash can. Set traps. Do this. There's so many things that we as men have to do just to earn the title of a man for you to say, that's a good man. But the moment that we don't stand up to any of your standards, we're bad men. The first time your husband comes to you and says, babe, I love you. I love you to death. But Jennifer Lopez is in town and I know that I can fuck her because we've been in her DMs. I'm just going to go fuck for one night. No, if you do that, I'm leaving you. Wow. So what you're telling me is you're willing to throw away your entire relationship for one night, couple minutes of pleasure, even though I bend over backwards. So I can bend over backwards to make sure that your life is amazing and perfect and you get everything that you want. But I just asked for one thing one time and you're leaving me. Put that into perspective. Think about that. Hands down, think about that. All the things that a man is willing to drop in life to make sure that you are happy. But you're never willing to drop anything in life. And you'll say, you can have anything else but that. What if I don't want anything else? What if I don't want anything else? What if I don't want that because, 40 times last year you told me no, you had it because you had a headache. 37 times you told me no because you weren't in the mood. 57 times you told me no because you were tired. Those things start to add up. Never once did I say no when the burglar came in the house. I basically took care of that. When you woke me up in the middle of the night because you heard a noise that you didn't expect, I didn't say, just go to bed, it's nothing. I got up out of my good sleep to go check and make sure all the doors were locked, windows were locked, no one's in the house, make sure you're safe, kids are good. Not once did I say, oh, no, I'm not going to pay the bills this month. You didn't fuck me 3 times this month, 4 times this month. Actually, to suck my dick 10 times, you did it once. I'm not going to pay all the rent. The dynamic of the relationships that we live are like this, but unfortunately goes those double standards. This is your happiness, and this is our happiness. And as long as this stays up here, you stay. And as long as this stays down here, you stay. But if this starts to change and level off, and we get that thing that you guys love to talk about so much, equality, well, now it starts to become a totally different ball game. Because if we played the game the same way you played the game, man, imagine how that game would be. Imagine how that game would go. We'd be looking at something totally different than what we're looking at today, right now. The way relationships are. I think that as human beings, we need to actually start paying attention to each other. To what relationships are, to what love is. Understand the dynamic that of men and women, we don't live the exact same existence. Understand that we don't live the life on the exact same way, the exact same terms, with the exact same rules. Me cheating on you is not the same as you cheating on me. There are so many things that are going on, so many things that are happening, and so many things that we're not paying attention to. See, when we break it down, men and women, we all have roles. And somehow our roles have been lost in translation. Who we are, what we're supposed to be, and even our job as human beings has been lost. We've got to learn to live again and coexist. Men need to rely on women. Women need to rely on men. We have a partnership. As a partnership, we should be literally kumbayaing this together. There is no kumbaya. It is one-sided. Make sure that my happiness level is here. Make sure yours stays down here, sir. And we're going to be great. Never let it teeter-totter to where I'm down here and you're up there, because I'm definitely going to leave you. And if we're standing right here, the equality that is always being talked about, that's not going to work either. Okay? I need to stay here because I'm queen and you need to stay there. Yeah, you may be king, but the queen should always be higher than the king. And that's where relationships today are definitely falling and failing 100%. The moment that we start to come back together and do things the way we're supposed to is when happiness will come in. When women know men the same way that men know women, things will change. I know a lot of you say that you know men, but this is the problem. In order to get a man, you do not have to work. You just have to be beautiful. And we pay attention. But as for a man needs to know a woman in and out. The more we know that woman in and out, the further we get it. Y'all call it game. The more game that man has, the more women that he can get. The more that man achieves in life, the more money he makes, the more stable he becomes, the stronger he is, the taller he is. All of a sudden, he's the most wanted. Women chase the top 20% of men. 6 feet and over, making a certain dollar amount, living a certain lifestyle. Those are the things that women are paying attention to. Hence why you're sharing the same men over and over again and having the exact same outcomes. It is not a coincidence. It is truly not a coincidence. There is a reason. There's a method to the madness. And you're repeating the situation over and over and over again. You could change it, but in order for you to change it, what you would actually do is you would have to change your programming. See, the world that we live in today tells you that he has to be 6 foot, tells you he has to be in shape, and tells you that he has to have 6 figures. 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 figures. There's a reason that is a saying. That is something that is sold to you in society. But in the majority of life, those are the men that are not making you happy. They're making your life miserable. They're causing you trauma. They're becoming baby daddies, and they're beating your ass. There's a whole nother demographic of men out here that would be perfect for you. And a lot of those men also are not cheating on you. The reason they're not cheating on you is because they're going to worship the ground you walk on because they don't get a chance at all. But you or no one else is paying attention to that man. And he, yes, is making the living that would actually work great for you. Unfortunately, he doesn't look the par. He doesn't look like he's supposed to. He's 5'7", not 6 foot. But does it really matter when you're only 5'2", 5'3"? Even if you're 5'6", who the fuck cares? He may not be in the best shape, but guess what? He can take care of you. He can be safety, security, and provision. No, he can't buy you a Birkin bag. But 97% of the men in the world can't buy you a Birkin bag. That's what we don't understand. That's what people aren't paying attention to. We want lifestyles. You don't really want happy, stable relationships. They're tearing the nuclear family apart. And they're tearing you apart by things that don't make sense, such as cheating. If you're late to this podcast, go back and watch it from the beginning, because all of this will then make sense. So, does anyone have any questions, or would anyone like to actually speak? If so, 602-736-6660. You can call in, stay 100% anonymous, and we can actually have a conversation live on air. I'm not going to ask you your name. I'm not going to ask you to reveal yourself. Just if you have any questions, or if you've been in a relationship where someone has cheated on you in any way whatsoever, then call in. The number is 602-736-6660. And if you've never been cheated on or you have a perfect relationship, by all means, call in and share that as well. Let us know what has worked perfect in your relationship. Let us know why your relationship is strong. Or if you just want to shout somebody out and say hi, by all means, go ahead and do so. Again, 602-736-6660. In the meantime, in between time, like and subscribe to the channel. Also, on Fridays, we do this extra special, wonderful thing, and it is called Freaky Friday. Every Friday night, you can call in, and it is the livest show on YouTube. So, the call-in show that happens on Friday nights is just that. It is called Freaky Friday. On Friday nights, you can call in and you can share freaky stories, crazy stories, or anything else under the sun. Promote your own business and or just give shout-outs. That is all we do on Friday nights. Friday nights is the one time where you can have a ton of fun right here on YouTube. Looks like no one's willing to call in tonight. Go ahead and remove that number. But for those of you that tuned in, I definitely want to say thanks for tuning in tonight. We definitely appreciate you. This is Sunday Night Live. Sunday Night Live, we do this every night. Every Sunday night, usually at about 9 o'clock. I need to actually do a set time tonight. Well, there were some things going on, so I'm a little late to the podcast. Friday nights, always at 9 o'clock. Throughout the week, we do lots of shorts, lots of clips, and we also do reactions. Make sure to check out the channel. We've been here for quite some time, but we have really just made a change to where we're doing a lot of the things we're doing now with the call-ins, the Friday Night Lives, and we're just having all-out fun around here. Sundays is usually relationship advice, life advice, financial advice, anything. It just depends on how the week goes. Come up with something, and here it is. One of the biggest things that has been popping up lately all over the news feed is cheating. I want to say Travis Scott just got caught cheating on one of the little Jenner girls. Okay? How much you want to bet? She's not going to leave him because it's going to be hard for her to find another man, a replacement. The more money a woman makes, the harder it is for her to replace a man that is going to be where she's at, if not higher. Not only that, it's also her baby daddy. More than anything, she also understands and realizes that he has a whole lot of options. I know everyone thinks their vagina is the greatest, but men were actually created to come out here and, well, create babies. We can't create babies without having sex, which is exactly why we act like we act. All men cheat, ladies. All men cheat. Find you a man that's at least going to tell you the truth and preferably include you, whatever the situation is. Find a man that's going to tell you the truth and or include you. Initially, it is going to hurt your feelings or your ego, as they say. But I want you to pay attention to something. Even in your past, when you found out a man stepped out on you, you were angry in your head, but you were wet in between your legs. Women choose men that she knows other men want. That is a fact. So knowing that your man was with someone else actually turns you on way more than it turns you off. With that being said, I'm going to end the show tonight. Again, my name is Bailey, a.k.a. Mr. Go Get 'Em. I definitely want to say thank you for tuning in. We do this every Sunday night. Coming soon on Saturday nights. It's not going to happen until about the new year, but we're going to take it back to the old school. I know you guys remember shows like BT Uncut, BT The Basement, MTV, Yo MTV Raps, where it's just live music. Yep, I'm going to get on here and I'm just going to play live music. We're just going to have a party. Again, make sure we're going to have a lot of fun out here. I hope everybody has a good night. Have a great week. I look forward to seeing you all on Friday. I'm out.
Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Since 96, I'm in this game, stay in. Oh boy, fresh. Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Oh boy,